everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So I'm very excited to share this build with you guys today because this build is part of a collab. It's called the Winter Wonderland Collab, and for the Winter Wonderland Collab, 24 simmers, including myself, got together to rebuild the world of Windenburg and turn it into, well, a little winter wonderland, if you will. So yeah, it's all Christmas themed or winter themed builds, but I'm fairly certain that most of us went for a Christmas themed build. And yeah, we're creating this save file that you can download. It's not up yet, I don't think, but I will be sharing all of that information in the description box down below. I will also be sharing everyone's Instagram handles in the description box down below. So if you want to see everyone's creation for the Winter Wonderland collab, I highly suggest you look them up on Instagram if you're not already following them, and just look at all the other builds. So everyone is uploading their build for this collab this week. So December 13th up until December 19th, everyone will be sharing their creations on a day that fits their schedule, basically. So yeah, you might have already seen a couple at this point. And you can also search on Instagram for the Winter Wonderland save file hashtag, and then you will be able to find all of the builds from all of the participants. So yeah, I'm so excited to be part of this collab. I love collabs. I love this sort of thing where just a whole bunch of simmers get together and rebuild a world, for example, like with a special theme. I don't know, I just always think that it's so much fun to get to know these simmers if I didn't already know them, and just be inspired by everyone's creativity and just be part of like a group project for The Sims. That is just so much fun in my opinion. I love that. I love that the Sims community is like this, like where people will be, you know, thinking of some sort of collab and just inviting different simmers and taking initiative to do something fun. I don't know, I love that so much about the Sims community, and I love getting to know all these different amazing simmers, like these amazingly talented builders or cast creators or both. Like, it's just so much fun, and I love that so much about this community. But yeah, like I said, this is my entry for the Winter Wonderland collab, and I'm building a residential house. This is a, well, a festive family home, I guess. I'm at this point not quite sure what the title is going to be for this build, but it might just be like festive family home or something. Maybe it's going to be something completely different, and then this is totally random. I am not quite sure just yet, but I really felt like building the perfect Christmassy family home for this save file. I thought that that would be so much fun. And to be honest, I love Christmas time. I already talked about this in my previous build, but yeah, I love Christmas time. It's my favorite holiday of the year. It's my favorite time of year. It's so cozy. I love all the decorations. I love that it's cold outside and that I get to snuggle up inside. It's my favorite thing in the world. I love Christmas trees. I love snow. However, it doesn't always snow. It barely ever snows around Christmas time where I'm from. I live in the Netherlands, and yeah, we don't really get lucky with snow all that much. Sometimes it will snow, but usually not until like January, like up until like March, something like that. That's when we will get snow mostly. Not so much in December, if it snows at all, but yeah. It's my dream to someday have an actual white Christmas. I think that that would be so magical and so much fun and just so cute. But to me, that is just something from a fairy tale. But the good thing about The Sims is that I can actually live vicariously through this game and create a wintry Wonderland Christmas. So in a little while here, you'll see that I made the lot snowy, just like I did for my previous build. So I'm sorry if that's a little bit too repetitive for some of you. If you're not like into Christmassy, wintry, snowy builds, then I'm so sorry, because I am uploading 2 snowy builds back to back. So yeah, if that bothers you, I'm so sorry, but I promise that my next build won't be snowy. However, I love the snow, and I love the snow in The Sims. and I love to build in the snow. You can see that the world isn't snowy just yet because that makes it a little bit more difficult to do like landscaping and to kind of see what you're doing for example, the roofs, stuff like that. It just makes it a little bit difficult because, I mean, when there's snow on the ground, you can't really see what you're doing, literally. So yeah, I just made it snowy a little while later, but for now, first, I just really wanted the layout to come together. And I did a little bit of terrain paint and a little bit of landscaping, and then I made the world snowy, kind of exactly like I did last time. But yeah, you can really see the house come together. I at first really wanted to go for this classic Tudor style looking house that you see all around this world, like all around Windenburg. I love that type of house and I think it's so cute, especially for Christmas. I always get so inspired by these little miniature Christmas villages that you see like everywhere around Christmas time, like those little tiny little houses. I'm sure that you know what I mean. Those are usually like in a Tudor style type of architectural style, if that makes sense. So when I think of a Christmassy family home, that's immediately where my mind goes, basically. So I was inspired by Tudor style homes. However, this house didn't turn out to be exactly like a Tudor style home. Like you can definitely see a couple of details that may remind you of a Tudor style house. I used a lot of like paneling, well, not a lot. I used a little bit of wallpaper on the exterior from Get Together, as you can see, but I kind of mixed the Tudor style with a more cottagey style for this house, and it's also slightly suburban, maybe, but not really. More so Tudor style combined with cottage, I think, is what I want to say. At least I think that's what I was going for. I did build this house completely from scratch. I didn't really have any like reference picture or anything because I just kind of wanted to be creative in that sense and just play around with different shapes, and that's why it took me a little bit longer for this shape like to come together. It was a lot of trial and error. It was a lot of fiddling around, but I love how the shape ended up. I just think that this house is so cute. It's not the biggest house, however, it is a nice family home. It does have 3 bedrooms total, and one of them is a shared kids bedroom. So I furnished this house for 4 Sims total, 2 parents, 2 kids, and 1 toddler. I always love to go for like that family dynamic with at least like 3 kids when it comes to Christmassy builds, because I can just totally imagine the kids being so excited for Christmas and like doing all these Christmassy wintry crafts and maybe like craft their like Christmas wish lists for Santa and make it look all pretty with like glitter and snowflakes. And I don't know, I love the thought of these kids being super excited for Christmas and playing outside in the snow, building snow pails, having snowball fights, stuff like that. I just think that that is so cute. So I was definitely thinking of that sort of wholesome little family in The Sims that I really, really want to play with myself now. And yeah, for the color scheme for this house. So this is a Christmassy house. It is definitely a Christmassy house. To me, like I went crazy with Christmas decorations and stuff like that, but I didn't want it to be too obnoxious. For example, in my opinion, and I don't really want to offend anyone with this, so please don't take it that way, but I personally really, really dislike the combination of red and green together. I know, it's kind of weird. As much as I love Christmas, I don't like those colors together. Like obviously red and green go together. That's just a fact. They go together, but I personally don't really like it, especially in those tones, like those shades of red and green that your mind immediately goes to when you think of Christmas. Like that sort of color, I just really, really don't like it all that much. So whenever I do a Christmas themed build in The Sims, I like to go for more muted colors, more softer colors, but still very cozy and warm and Christmassy, but not so much the obnoxious, like primary colors, if that makes sense. Because I just dislike primary colors in my houses. I just don't like it. I'm that type of person that likes to go for softer colors, more neutrals, combined with softer colors. As you can see for this living room, like I really enjoy the color scheme for this living room. I haven't really used this color scheme. Well, I've used this color scheme before, but not these specific objects in these specific swatches. And I just think it looks so nice. I love the soft brown orangey tone of the couch combined with these icy blue chairs. And then behind the fireplace, you can see that I use a dark blue brick accent wall. And I just think that that is so cute. That's such a beautiful pop of color. And for the Christmas tree, obviously that one is red and green, as you can see. But I like that little detail. I don't want my whole house, including wallpapers and curtains and whatnot, to be red and green and like obnoxiously colored with all these like primary colors. Like, once again, I don't mean to offend anyone. If you love primary colors, if you love red and green, and if your house in The Sims or in real life is all red and green and going crazy, I mean, I love that for you. I'm sure that it looks great. I'm sure that it looks amazing. But I just, for one, I can't make it look good because I don't enjoy it. And then second of all, I just don't like it. So I don't really tend to use those colors for my own builds. So yeah, once again, I keep repeating this, but please don't be offended by this. This is just me talking about my personal taste. Maybe you think this is totally ugly. Maybe this is not a Christmassy build to you at all, and I totally understand that. I respect that, and I think that's awesome. I love how everyone has a different opinion, a different taste. That's what makes this game so much fun, in my opinion. That's what makes furnishing houses in The Sims and being inspired by other people's creativity so much fun. But yeah, you can really see the living room come together, and in my opinion, this living room turned out to be so cozy. I used a lot of garlands like around the windows and stuff like that, on the exterior, but also on the inside of the house, because I did want to go a little bit crazy with Christmas decorations. So this house is all decked out for Christmas. Like, I have candles everywhere. I have the Christmas tree with a bunch of presents, as you can see, and I love that. I think that that just looks so cozy. And for Christmassy themed builds, I also really like to go for more traditional types of interiors. So this house is more on the traditional side. However, it does have some like modern touches here and there. Not too many though. It is more so traditional, but I feel like the color scheme is not as traditional. I feel like the color scheme is more on the modern side with like the softer neutrals and the lighter, softer colors here and there. I don't know. I feel like that's more on the modern side of things, but then I combined it with some more traditional elements. For example, these bookcases that I placed behind the couch, I feel like those are very traditional and probably very old. I was thinking of this house as an older house. You can tell by, for example, the floors, like the hardwood floors that I used from Cottage Living. They look definitely a little bit on the older side and very characteristic, if you will. So that's really what I went for. And you can see that the fireplace also looks very old and, well, again, a little bit more characteristic, and I love that about this house. Like, I loved combining different elements. But yeah, the living room, I think, just turned out so cozy. I kind of want to live in this house myself, especially around Christmas time. Like, I just think it turned out so nicely. And I had so much fun with like decorating this house. I love Christmas so much. And it's a shame, like I said, I really have to live vicariously through my Sims because my house, my apartment where I live, like where me and my boyfriend live, it's very small, and we barely have any space for Christmas decorations. I mean, we do have a Christmas tree. You can't see it, but it's right here next to me. Sadly, you can't see it, but I can see it. So to me, that's very cozy. But yeah, we have a Christmas tree and then a couple of candles. But that's it. Like, we don't have any space for anything. Like, our house is full. It's very small, and yeah, it doesn't fit here. So really, if I want to go crazy with Christmas decorations, I have to go into The Sims and do a build like this and just go a little bit crazy, which is exactly what I did for this house. And I just, once again, I feel like I'm being so repetitive, but I love how this house turned out. And I also love the floor plan. Let me tell you, the floor plan for this house, once again, took me, I think, the better part of an hour to figure out. I couldn't figure it out. It was so difficult for me this time, and it has been because I have been building some like bigger houses back to back. Like I have been uploading longer speed builds for a while now. If you don't enjoy that, I'm sorry. I promise my next build will be a bit on the shorter side, but especially around Christmas time, I just really love building family homes because to me that is just so wholesome and so Christmassy, and I love the thought of a family coming together for Christmas, celebrating Christmas, like doing gifts under the tree, stuff like that. That is just so wholesome to me. So around Christmas time, I love building in the snow and I love building family homes, as you've probably noticed on my channel. Yeah, I really lost my train of thought here. I'm not sure where I was going, but this definitely is a family home. It's cozy and you can really see the kitchen come together. Oh, that's right. I was talking about the floor plan. So the floor plan took me about an hour to do for this house. And it also took me stepping away from the game and coming back to it the next day because it was kind of frustrating me for some reason. And then the next day I was fiddling around with it some more, and then I finally figured it out. And I love how the floor plan for this build turned out. So we have a little entryway with 2 archways. The archway on the right leads into the living room, and then the other archway leads into the dining/kitchen, as you can see. And this is where like the staircase is located, and we have a bathroom/laundry room here as well. So the floor plan isn't all that exciting, like it's not crazy creative or anything, but I just love how it turned out. I love how it like flows together, and I don't know if it makes sense to everyone, but to me the floor plan for this house really ended up making a lot of sense for the shape of this house, that is, and I think it's just so cute. You can see that the kitchen and dining are in one room. I didn't separate them. At first, I really wanted to separate them, but then I decided against it because it was just going to be a little bit too cramped. So I just kind of left it open, but then separated the 2 different spaces, if you will, by using different flooring. So the kitchen has tiles, and then the dining area has the same hardwood floor as the rest of the house, basically. And I use these kitchen counters from, what's it called? Cottage Living. These are from Cottage Living, right? Or are these from the Country Kitchen Kit? No, I think they're from Cottage Living. I'm fairly certain they're from Cottage Living. And I loved using this green color. I did want to bring in a little bit of green because, I mean, I love the color green. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I was ranting about colors before, but I forgot to mention that I actually love the color green. It's my favorite color in the world, just not that Christmassy, harsh, primary green, if you will. Like that color I just dislike, but I love green in general. Green is my favorite color in the world, but just different shades of green. You can see I'm wearing like a green sweater right now. Well, I guess this is more of like a teal color, but this is the sort of color that I really love. And I also really love this green color of the kitchen counters. I just think that this color is so pretty, and this is one of my favorite shades of green. I just love it so much. So I really enjoyed using this shade of green in this house, and I feel like it goes nicely with the rest of the colors that I used throughout this house. Like the green kitchen, it might be a little bit random, especially when you look at like the very neutral and warm toned living area, then this might be a bit random, but I still feel like it goes together nicely. And I still really wanted this house to be a little bit colorful because, I mean, it is Christmas time and I just want to make it look cozy and festive. And just, I don't know, I guess a little bit on the colorful, cutesy side, that is. So I cluttered up the kitchen a bunch, and let me tell you, I love how the kitchen turned out. I think it's so cute. Oh, and also I was thinking that this family could have a cat. I thought that was very cute. So I made sure to include a little pet bed in the living area and then a little food bowl here in the kitchen. And then on the landing, I ended up placing a kitty litter box because, of course, at first, I forgot to place one of those. But then when I started decorating the backyard, I figured I needed to place a kitty litter box somewhere. So I just quickly placed one on the landing, so your cat should be fine. One thing I did not include was a cat tree. I did include a cat bed, like I said, in the living area. I didn't include a cat tree, though, because I didn't have the space for it. This house, it's not that small, but it is cramped, if that makes sense. Like, it is definitely full of stuff full of decorations, full of items, so I didn't really have the space for a cat tree. The cat trees in this game also are very, very bulky. They take up a lot of space. So yeah, no cat tree for this house, but that's fine. Like, if this family's cat is anything like my cat, then the cat won't even look at the cat tree or at the cat bed. Like, well, actually that's not true. My cat, she loves her cat tree. It's right behind me. It's very hideous, and she has torn it to pieces at this point, so it looks very ugly and rough and used. But yeah, my cat, she loves her cat tree, but cat beds, on the other hand, she won't touch them. I bought her the cutest cat beds in the world. I bought her three cat beds because I figured at some point she must give in to laying on a comfortable little cat bed. I just don't understand why she won't do it. I bought her 3 cute cat beds, and I bought them for nothing. They're just laying around in my house. She won't even look at them. She doesn't care. She just wants to sleep on the couch. She wants to sleep like in the window, like on the curtain. She like makes this little thing like in the, it's really difficult to explain, but basically she likes to lay on the curtains by the window. She likes to lay on the rug on the floor, and then I have this little folded like little blanket on the floor by the heater, and she loves to lay there too. But that's not a cat bed. That's just a blanket, and I don't want that blanket on the floor anymore because it's a zebra print blanket, and I really dislike how it looks in my house. It's not the vibe. So I decided to get rid of that blanket and put down a cat bed in the exact same spot. So I figured she will lay there because, for one, it's more comfortable. It's a little bit higher up too, which she likes that. But no, she just didn't want to lay there anymore at all, and I really didn't want to take away her favorite spot. So I don't know, I just gave in and placed back the little zebra blanket, and she loves laying there again all the time. So yeah, no cat beds for my cat, and I figured that the cat for this family would be the same, so they don't really need a cat tree. Obviously, I gave the cat a couple of scratching posts here and there, just not a cat tree. Yeah, this was my little rant about a cat tree. Let me know, do you have any cats like that? Are your cats like mine? Do they just not look at the beds you buy them, or do they love them? I would give anything for my cat to lay in one of the cute beds that I bought her, but she just won't do it. She just won't do it. Anyway, we are moving on to the second floor, and you can see that I already did the landing. The landing is quite spacious, so I decided to turn it into a study. I placed a little desk with a family computer there because I obviously did want to include a computer for this house, so that's what I did. And yeah, I really love how the landing ended up looking. I think it looks very cozy and cute. But for the parents' bedroom is neutral color scheme wise, and I just think it still looks very, very nice and just kind of warm in a way, even though the colors that I used like on the wall, that icy blue is definitely a cool color, like a cool toned color, but then the wood swatch that I used is very warm and cozy looking, and I don't know, I just really enjoy how the master bedroom ended up looking. And then for the kids, I gave the kids a shared bedroom. I was thinking maybe they could be twins. They don't have to be. They could be like a couple years apart, but in The Sims, that doesn't really make a difference. So whenever I do like a bedroom for 2 children, like for 2 kids, I immediately think of them as twins because that's just kind of what it would be in The Sims pretty much. So yeah, I use this cute little wallpaper with the pattern from Cottage Living, and I think it looks so cute in here. I used the beds from Cats and Dogs. I actually use a lot of furniture from Seasons and Cats and Dogs all throughout this house, and also from Cottage Living, by the way. I think I mainly used those packs, like obviously Seasons for all of the Christmas decorations and stuff, and then Cats and Dogs for a lot of the furniture pieces that I used, and then also Cottage Living for quite a bit of furniture pieces. So yeah, if you have those 3 packs, then for the most part, you should be set. I did use a whole bunch of different packs though. I did use a lot more packs than that, but yeah, I feel like those three are the three major packs that I used. So this kid's bedroom is a shared bedroom, as you can see. I did have a little bit of a difficult time trying to fit in all of these toys. And then I also at some point really wanted to include a crafting table. So I decided to get rid of the dollhouse. Well, I didn't get rid of it. I just placed it in the toddler's bedroom because the toddlers can also play with dollhouses. So I figured, you know what, I can just place a dollhouse in the toddler's bedroom and then the kids can play with it as well. And then that gives me a little bit of space in here to actually place a, what's it called? A crafting table. Because I figured that the kids, they love to craft. They love to craft Christmas cards. I placed a whole bunch of Christmas cards around the house. So I was just kind of thinking that the kids would have crafted those. And then I also included a lot of like crafting clutter on their dresser. So I figured I really needed to include a crafting table, and I really wanted to do that as well. So yeah, as you can see, I placed a crafting table instead of the dollhouse and a couple of different toys in here. There's a Blarfy and a toy box as well. So the kids should be fine in that regard. I also placed the monkey jungle bars in the backyard, so that's something for them to play with as well. But yeah, for the toddler's bedroom, in here, I used another swatch of that patterned wallpaper from Cottage Living. I love this pattern with the flowers. Usually for toddlers, I will go for the swatch that I use in the kids' bedroom, the one with the little mushrooms and the little bunnies and stuff. I just think that wallpaper is so cute. It's one of my favorite wallpapers in the game. So I usually do that one for toddlers' bedrooms, but I actually decided to put it in the kids' bedroom for this house. So I used the flowery one in here, and I was struggling a bit with the color scheme because it was looking quite busy with the wallpaper. So I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, but then I decided to go for mainly white furniture pieces to kind of just tone it down and keep it neutral. I used this dresser from Seasons and then that base game bed. And then in here, I just used a bunch of different decorations. Not everything matches perfectly in here, but I figured that that only makes sense for a little toddler's bedroom. Like, not everything is gonna be very matchy-matchy in here, so that only makes sense. So yeah, I do think that this room ended up looking very cute. I used a rug from Cottage Living in here as well. And then at the end, I actually decided to include a bookcase in here because it was looking a little bit empty still. And I had the space for a bookcase for sure. So I just decided to place one. I think the one I placed is from Parenthood. And then I also remembered to put a laundry basket in the kids' bedroom because I forgot to place one there. So there are definitely a couple of laundry baskets around this house, so your Sims should be fine in that regard. I did include laundry, so your Sims definitely need some laundry baskets, but I did make sure to place a couple of them around the house, so you should be fine. The upstairs bathroom, I didn't actually furnish on camera because I already furnished the downstairs bathroom on camera, so I thought it would be a little bit too repetitive and too boring. But I can obviously show you the upstairs bathroom at the end of this video when we do a little tour of the house in real time, like I always do here on my channel. But you can see that I'm moving on to the backyard. The backyard is kind of small. It's a little bit narrow, but I did want to include a couple of activities. So I included a, what's it called? Chess table. I also included a couple of planters as well as a woodworking bench. And then I also included this cute little fire pit. I thought that that would be cute for the winter time especially. And then I actually thought of placing the monkey jungle bars. So I placed that one as well. And I also really wanted to place a swing set, but that just wasn't gonna fit at all. But yeah, that is actually it. So let's just jump right into the game and I'll show you the house in real time. So here we have the house in the game. Doesn't it look so cute and so festive? I made sure to obviously put up all these cute little decorations and whatnot. I just love how this house ended up looking. I think it's adorable and it definitely looks very Christmassy to me. As you can see, I placed a bunch of these like garlands and stuff on the exterior of the house as well. And there's just decorations and little lights everywhere, and it just makes my heart so happy. So when we walk around the house over here, we have the backyard. Now the camera is probably gonna jump up a lot because that always happens with these lots in Windenburg, so it's a little bit difficult to get a good look at the back of the house, but this is the back of the house. We have a narrow little backyard. We have a bin out here, obviously, and then just a couple of activities like the chess table and the woodworking bench, a cute fire pit, and the monkey jungle bars. So the backyard art is nothing special, and you might want to do some touch-ups whenever the snow melts, because I did place some terrain paint, obviously, before I made the world snowy, but I guess maybe you might want to do some touch-ups whenever the snow melts, because I'm not sure how this all looks like furnished without the snow, but that should be an easy fix, like it's not that difficult. So over here we have the front porch. I placed a little Christmas tree on the front porch as well, because I thought that that would be so cute. We have a little bike parked here, and then just a bunch of plants and a little lantern. And then when we go inside, we have this tiny little entryway. I just put a nice coat rack and stuff and a little shelving unit. I also put the decoration boxes over here for your Sims, so if you're looking for this item, then it's located in the entryway. But then we go over to this side. Here we have the very festive and cozy looking living area. I love this area with a Christmas tree. It just makes me so happy. I love all these presents around it. I love these little shelves that are also a little bit decorated for Christmas. Over here we have this little end table tucked away by the window, and this is also all decorated for Christmas. I just love this living room. I think it's so cozy. I love it with the fireplace and all the candles and the plants. Also these garlands by the windows, I just think they're so beautiful. Then behind the couch we have another little end table with some Christmas related decorations and some more candles over here as well. And then I put the little cat bed over here and a basket with some throw blankets and some pillows and whatnot. And then over here we have the back door that leads into the backyard. Over here on this side we have the dining and kitchen. This area of the house is quite colorful. I used greens and blues, and I just love how it ended up looking. So here we have the dining table, which I thought would be so cute for a little Christmas dinner, Christmas breakfast, or what have you. We have 5 Sims living in this house, and then there is an extra chair, like if they want to invite someone. And then again, the toddler is also not going to use a chair, so maybe they want to invite the grandparents or something, and then they can do that. And then over here we have the kitchen. I cluttered it up quite a bunch, which I love about this kitchen. I use an end table as a little bar table, if you will. Obviously it's not usable, but I did place a little bar stool underneath it because I thought it looked nice. We have the food bowl for the cat over here, and then if you're looking for the trash can, it's right here, a little bit sneakily tucked away. Then obviously we have a fridge and a microwave and just a bunch of clutter everywhere. Underneath the staircase, or next to the staircase, whatever you want to call it, we have the laundry slash downstairs bathroom. I really wanted to include laundry because I love doing that for family homes. I just feel like it's so wholesome. And then this is a full bathroom as well, with a nice shower tub combo and a sink and a toilet. Then up here we have the landing area. I decorated this one for Christmas obviously as well, with some of these garlands. And here you can see I placed the kitty litter box and another little scratching post. And then I love this area with the desk and the computer. I just think it's so cozy. And I placed this bookcase over here in the corner as well. I don't know, I just love how this landing area ended up looking. And then over here we have the upstairs bathroom that I didn't show on camera. So yeah, this one is kind of similar to the one downstairs when it comes to the items that I use. It has a shower tub combo and just a sink and a toilet. So it's nothing special, but yeah, this house does have 2 bathrooms. This is the parents' bedroom, and I love the color scheme in here. I use this bed from Seasons and then these nightstands from Cats and Dogs, and they just combine so nicely in my opinion. I decorated their window a little bit with these decorations from the holiday stuff pack, like that free holiday pack that you can download if you don't own it already for free. And it comes with a whole bunch of cute little Christmas related items. So over here the parents have their dresser and this gorgeous plant in the corner and just some different decorations. It's nothing too cluttered or too fancy, but I just think that this bedroom turned out very nice. Then over here we have the kids' bedroom. This one is a little bit more cramped because it is a shared bedroom. So I needed to include 2 beds and then also a bunch of toys, because this is a kid's bedroom and there isn't any toys anywhere else in the house. So I needed to be able to include everything in here. So they have a toy box, a Blarfy, and a crafting table, and everything should be functional. They also have a hamper in here, so that's nice. And then these little Christmas cards. I thought that they could have created these Christmas cards themselves, like maybe the kids crafted these. I don't know, I just thought that that was a cute idea. And then over here they have their beds with a nightstand in between and some random toys. I love how this bedroom turned out. And then last but not least, the toddler's bedroom. This one is a little bit busy on the eyes, maybe a little bit obnoxious with all the patterns, but for a toddler's bedroom, I'm not too bothered by it. I think it's quite cute. Not everything needs to be like perfectly matched and stuff, especially not kids' bedrooms. So yeah, the toddler's bedroom kind of speaks for itself. I did include a potty in here. I did not forget this time. And then the toddler also has a couple of toys toys. They have a bookcase and these blocks on the floor. And of course, the dollhouse that the kids can also play with. But that is actually it for this house. So this Festive family home isn't up on the gallery just yet, but it will be when you're watching this. It comes in at just over 101,000 simoleons though, so it's kind of expensive, but that's because of all the decorations that I used. I did not hold back. It's crazy decorated, so it only makes sense. But it has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, as I just showed you, and I built it on a 30 by 20 in Windenburg. This lot will be in the Winter Wonderland save file, and I will have all the details on where and when to download that save file in the description box down below, as well as all the other participants' Instagram handles. Not everyone has a YouTube channel, but everyone does have an Instagram, so make sure to look up all these amazing creators if you're not following them already to see what they built for this Christmas collab. But that's actually it for this video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this build. You can obviously go ahead and download it off the gallery like I just showed you. My username on the gallery is Simmarysims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmarysims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so, and if you want to be notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!